Hello, my name is Lindsay Conklin and I will be showing you a video about how my Matlab project works. And it will be a program written for a fourth grader that is trying to practice for the math aims. Alright, so this is going to be quite a long program, so I'll get straight to it. This is the script file, which is the majority of the project, and it's about over 200 lines of code, but we'll get started. We'll click on Run. And we have a little description here that says that this is going to be the fourth grade math aims practice. There's going to be about 5 topics, and each one's going to have around 2 to 3 questions. And each one of the questions is going to be worth 10 points, and it's going to be out of the possible 130 points. So, and then at the very end, then we'll grade ourselves and see how well we did and how much we need to study. So we'll start with the first topic of conversions. We'll click enter to start. And it says for the question 1, how many quarts are in 8 gallons? And I know this, that's 32 since there's 4 quarts in every gallon. It says good job, we got it right. So we keep on going throughout the entire project, and I have memorized these answers very well after seeing them for so long. And so the last one for here is that there are 3,000 grams and 3 kilograms, and we're correct. So we got the first 3 questions right, and now we'll move on to the second topic, which is patterns. Alright, so we'll begin with our first question, which is finding the missing number in the pattern, and I know that the rule is to add 7, so the answer should be 44, but let's say that we put in 45 instead. And it tells us that we're wrong, and that the correct answer is 44, and we got that by using the rule to add 7. So the second question is a small little function table that a value goes in as x, it comes out as y, and I know x is being divided by 9 in order to become y, so m should be 6. And we got it right. So we go to the last question of this topic, and it's a long word problem that is just, he starts off with 70 cups in the first stack, 80 in the second, 90 in the third, and what is going to be the fifth? So it should be 110. And we got it right. So then we move on to the third topic, which is graphs. So we'll enter to begin, and a graph shows up here, and it's how many students in a class that eat pizza for dinner with their families on each day of the week. So there's 7 days of the week, and there's 3 different classes that we receive the data for. And if we look over here, it says what is the mode for the data of class 2. So class 2 is the green. So we'll look at the green and we'll see that the different values are 7, 9, 6, 4, 2, 1, 8, and 9. So 9 showed up the most. So we'll put in 9 as our answer. And we got it right. So then we go to the next question. And it says, what is the range of the data for the number of cars sold per month in 2011? So in order to find range, we have to do the highest number minus the lowest number. And that should be 21 and 2. So 21 minus 2 is 19. So let's say we didn't know that and we put in 18. The wrong answer. And it says, sorry that we got it wrong. And we need to subtract the lowest data number from the highest in order to get our answer. Alright, so then we go to our fourth topic, which we're getting very close to the end, and it's word problems. So we'll press enter to begin. Alright, so our first question shows up for word problems, and it says, since the company started, Dasani has sold 2,810 gallons of plain bottled water and 8,834 gallons of sparkling bottled water. How many total gallons of water has the company sold? And it says not to use a comma in the answer just so that the program can read it correctly. And so let's say I'm very bad at addition, and I'll put around 11,689. So we press enter, and we are kind of close. Our correct answer should have been 11,644, and it explains that we just need to add the 2 numbers together in order to get the answer. Alright, and our second question is how to divide up 156 stickers equally amongst 3 friends of Alan. And the answer, 156 divided by 3, is 52. Press enter. We got that one right, 2. And our last question for topic 4 is Mitch bought 2 t-shirts for $10, 3 pairs of socks for $2, a radio for $15, and a pair of jeans for $45. Now, how much did Mitch spend on clothes? And the key word in this question is clothes. And let's say that they didn't read it correctly and they thought that they added all together to be 89. Then it says, sorry, we got our answer wrong, and make sure to pay attention to the details of the question, since it only asked for how much did he spend on clothes. So we go to our last subject, which is a little bit more interactive than the previous questions of typing in the answer and you're done. So this one explains what multiples are first, which are the result of multiplying a number by an integer and not a fraction. So an example would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on for the number 3. And so we can press enter to see another example. And so here, the student can type in any integer that they want to be multiplied by 5 to see all the multiples up to that integer. So if we put in the number 9, then it shows that 5 times 9 is 45, and it shows all of the multiples of 5 all the way down to the integer of 1 being multiplied by 5, which was a small little for loop that I made in order to show a little interaction. Alright, so then they're tested on this, and the first question is find the multiple of 6 that's in between 25 and 35. So I know that 6 times 5 is 30, so we'll type in 30. And we got it right. Great. And so here is our last question. And it says, just to enforce that you understand what multiples are, what is the multiple of 7 in between 45 and 55? And I know that 7 times 7 is 49, but let's say I didn't know that and I put in 48. And we got it wrong. And it says maybe we need to work on our multiplication skills in order to get a better hold on multiples. Alright? So we reached the very end of our project, and it says, congrats, you've made it to the end. At the end of the session, you were able to collect a point total of 80 points. And this was out of the possible 130 points. So the number 80 was calculated by summing up an array of all the points collected after answering each question. So we got 5 questions wrong, which gave us the point value of 80. So if we click enter again, it's our final statement, and it says that we can calculate our final grade of this in a percentage form by using the function that I made. So we'll go into it, and all we have to enter is the total points that we received, which is 80, and we will run that. We go back into Matlab, and it says that we got a 61.5%, which would be a D, and that's not very good, so maybe it would be something that they need to practice more, or hope that they would realize that they need to practice more on the following subjects. So it says up here, other than that, you are free to move on to your own personal studying to make sure you understand the questions you got wrong, and it says good job and good luck. So that's the end of my project, and I hope you enjoyed listening. Thank you!